Hey everybody, how's it going? Gummerx here. Sorry for the delay in the chapter review release here. I've been pretty sick the past couple days, but we're going to dive into it now. We just found out that Komurasaki got cut by Kirishiro. I'm going to give you my perspective on why I think that this was all a setup here in just a little bit, but let's jump right into the chapter here. So, right on the cover page of A Samurai's Mercy, chapter 933, we get to see Enel again. It's been so long since we've seen this guy. It's starting to build the hype for what Enel will do in the future, how he's going to come back, how he's going to bring in some ties to the moon, and all of those massive theories that we know about here for the One Piece series. But we jump right into it here, and we have Orochi's interaction with Komurasaki. So he's still pissed. He's throwing people around. He's saying, I will give you a lighter sentence if you beg. And she's like, I'm not going to beg. And he's grabbing all the people around him with his 8 heads and he's throwing them around. He's destroying the building. Everyone's like, stop, you're on a rampage. This is crazy. And then finally he does grab Komurasaki, puts her in one of his mouths, and he says, I'm going to decide your fate for you. So obviously everyone in this area is completely freaking out. The building's getting torn apart. The Shogun's just on a rampage. He's finally got the courtesan, which everyone does not want her to die. No one wants this. So one of the people in the hall yells over to Daikoku, one of the Oniwaban, and he says, grab your ninjas, stop the Shogun, have him stop doing this. And this kind of infers that Daikoku is probably actually the leader of the 10 Oniwaban, and then their group of 11 also has a leader that is not Daikoku. So we're kind of seeing a little bit of structure throughout the Oniwaban now. But he ultimately says that the Shogun has freedom and he cannot be binded. So we're getting to see a little bit of what Orochi can get away with here, and he's got the courtesan in his mouth currently. So Daikoku follows this up by saying, we're busy dealing with an intruder right now, and he's talking about Orabi, and he's got Orabi cornered. He's got a bunch of samurai, all of these ninjas of the Oniwaban pretty much around Robin, and Robin's actually panicking, and she's talking to Otoko, and she's like, look, I might not be able to save you in this situation. Like, you angered the Shogun. You can see that Robin's actually worried right now. And then all of a sudden, the little girl ninja of the Oniwaban looks back and she says, Fujin, Raijin. So we're getting some names of the Oniwaban here too. And she points back and she's like, what are you guys doing? And we see the ninjas running of the Oniwaban and they're all scared. And it's Brook actually in his ghost form and he's running around. It's hilarious. You guys got to check out these panels either on Manga Stream or Jamini's Box. They're available on both now. So we're starting to see that the Oniwaban are actually a little bit less of a threat than we thought they would be. They're afraid of Brook's ghost power here. So I guess it's partially justified that the Oniwaban are so scared here. Yes, it's just Brook's ghost form, but I guess they have this mythological kind of story that's being passed on here about the starving skeleton, so they're kind of afraid for a reason in their culture, but ultimately it's pretty funny that Brook's just running around scaring these Oniwaban who are supposed to be some of the main protectors of the Shogun here. So this is where Robin kind of gets back a little bit of her confidence. Otoko just passed out, but Robin realizes that she's got some backup here. We get to see some moves from Robin. It's been so long since we've seen moves. I loved it. And she attacks Daikoku, knocks him back with a giant arm, and then all of a sudden Shinobu and Nami are like, oh shit, it's going down, it's finally happening. And then Shinobu jumps into action. But just as Shinobu is about to act, we find out that this giant ninja is in the room up in the attic above with Nami and Shinobu. And his name is Hanzo. So this giant ninja within the Oniwaban, his name is Hanzo, we know that now. And he actually recognizes Shinobu. And he's like, wait a second, you're the old lady now that used to be so beautiful and you had all the sexy ninja arts back in the day. So it's pretty funny. Shinobu it's just absolutely pissed here. She does her ninja art ball crusher and hits him in the nuts. Pretty sad. Honestly, kind of feel for Hanzo in this one, you guys. But ultimately, he gets brought down here. And then we see Shinobu, and she does another ninja art. She does ninja art paralysis, and then she follows it up with ninja art dry garden, and we find out exactly where they are. So yes, they are right above the Shogun, and this causes the whole ceiling to collapse down onto the Shogun. So we see the Shogun just get crushed. All 8 heads just get flattened down to the ground. We see Komurasaki, and she's in one of the heads still, and then as that head hits the ground, we see Komurasaki fall out of it. And this is where things get absolutely nuts in this chapter, you guys, and it's really, really important to assess the words here. I'm really happy that Manga Stream came out with the second verification of this translation here, because Komurasaki is sitting on the ground, and Kirishiro walks up to her, and he says, you've really done it now, Komurasaki. Are you prepared? And Komurasaki looks up at him. She looks mildly nervous. She's sweating. She's kind of smirking up at him, but she says, I am. And it's this interaction here that leads to so many cues, so much foreshadowing. You look back on all of Komurasaki and Kirishiro's interactions, and you're thinking, this is planned, right? And then he draws his sword, and everyone's yelling, wait just a minute, Boss Kirishiro, don't do this. And he slices Komurasaki, cuts her right across the chest. She goes down, Komurasaki's taken out. So everyone's trying to speculate now, did Komurasaki just die? And I'm thinking there's absolutely no way, you guys. Yes, this was awesome. Yes, this was planned. Kirishiro is absolutely a badass. We're seeing this. He's high up. We know he's in the political game, so he's a schemer. He's got all these interactions with Komurasaki that we've seen in the past. Yes, he's with the old geezer scene at Komurasaki's residence, so they've either slept together or he's looking over her. You guys got to check out my Kirishiro the Protector video, where I'm talking about Kirishiro giving off all these foreshadowings of being a protector in the land of Wano / protecting Komurasaki. I talk about Komurasaki and Kirishiro's relationship, their ties, little hints that show that they've been together in the past. So, you guys, I don't think that Komurasaki is dead here. I do think Kirishiro planned this. Slicer was kind of thinking, there's no way we're getting out of this right now. The Oniwaban are here. Shogun's on a rampage, and he obviously already grabbed Komurasaki, put her in his mouth. So Kirishiro had a plan here. Komurasaki is finally going to live, of course, from this, but she's going to join in against the Shogun and Kaido. She's going to be part of the alliance. She's going to join the Kozuki clan in this gathering here, you guys. I can't wait to see it. I think we're not going to see Komurasaki for multiple chapters. Oda's, of course, going to drag this on as a little bit of a cliffhanger here. So like I said, everyone's freaking out right now in the banquet hall. They're like, what the hell's going on? Komurasaki's dead. They're just declaring that she's instantly dead. And then the Shogun's all pissed at him. And Kirishiro says, that was a samurai's mercy. And then he looks down. He's got this exclamation point. There's a flutter. And then there's the picture of the Kozuki clan symbol in his hand here. So I think this is why people are mostly confused, is they're saying this little tag, this Kozuki tag that Kirishiro has, did he have that ultimately? Or was that on Komurasaki and he just grabbed it right there during his super fast attack on her? And I'm kind of leaning towards the second one here. I think this exclamation point with the dialogue kind of infers that he actually did grab that off of Komurasaki. He might have seen it right before, or maybe he just picked it up off the ground, or it was in the area and he's thinking, oh, this is actually growing, developing. What do you guys think? Please comment down below. That would be a great discussion for us to have. But moving on here in the chapter, Shogun goes back on a rampage. Everyone's freaking out still. Shogun's saying, I'm going to take down Otoko. Give me that kid. Robbie's there. Nami's there. Nami finally says, all right, I'm taking care of this. Come on out of here. Zeus jumps out. And yes, Zeus does have memories, you guys. Everyone's super concerned about why Napoleon doesn't have memories. But Zeus is Nami. Nami's Zeus does have memories, you guys. So that kind of throws some plot twists in there and kind of throws some curveballs into the theory assessments here. But Zeus does come out, and Nami charges up one of her giant attacks. She tells Zeus to eat this thundercloud. We see extra reinforcements running up. There are more samurai running up here. They're ready to help out the Shogun. And then Nami does her very first ninja art, Thunder Storm, and slams down this giant attack that we're seeing just about to clash with the Shogun here in the banquet hall. So Nami's laying hands on the Shogun. So excited to see the outcome of this. I think it's about to land. What do you guys think? Like I said, let's get some good discussions down below. So this chapter gets even better. Yes, Oda does it again. He's keeping up the crazy pace here in the land of Wano, and we get to see more of Big Mom here on the final panel, the final page of this chapter. Big Mom is acting super respectful. She's hanging out with Chopper in the leftover town of Kiri. So, and then at the end of this, she's asking for more food. She's still hungry, but yes, she's absolutely polite. And she says udon. So I think Chopper's kind of pushing her towards udon. And everyone's thinking, oh, is this the food? But no, we should be thinking this is Udon, the town. This is Udon, the jail, where Luffy and Captain Kid are right now. I think Chopper is leading Big Mom there, you guys. He's leading this new, refreshed, brainwashed, memory lost, amnesia Big Mom directly to Luffy. So excited to see how this plays out, you guys. Comment down below, you guys. Let's have a discussion about this one. Smash that subscribe button real quick. Hit that little bell right next to it. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.